Hello everybody, welcome back. In this section we are going to learn about rigging. So rigging is very important topic in Blender, but it's quite easy. It's not very hard. So let's see how we'll rig our character. So for rigging the character, first of all, the important thing is that some sections, like if we have a face and if we have ears, that should be only one object. It is very important, otherwise it can create a problem. So if we select these two objects, let's select both this and this, and then we can right click or we can press Ctrl J to join. Okay, and now you can see that we have joined these two objects in a head section. Okay, so this head has only one object now. Also body is already separated, so it don't have any problem. Torso is also fine. For the hands, for the arms actually, and this object hand, we can just join these as well. So we can right click and we can press join, and these will be the arms. And if you want to, for example, separate both arms and you want to keep left arm to the left side and right arm to the right side, you can do so by selecting in edit mode. For example, if you can go to there and then you can select this arm, okay, and then you can right click, separate, and you can separate the selection and you can create a different arm. Okay, for now we are not doing this, so we'll just move further. And now arms are also joined, and when we joined the arms, you can see little problem here with this object for some reason, but even it looks fine actually. So I will not do any change here, so let's keep it like this, no problem. And then we have legs, so we will just select the legs and these sections. I will select everything and we'll just make these legs only one object. So let's select everything with the legs, right click, join, and this will be the legs. Okay, so we can just rename it to legs, and these are the feet, and that we can keep it like this. So now for the rigging, we have to add a add-on. So we can go to edit, preferences, and in add-ons section we can search for a add-on Riggify. So here you can see that this add-on is enabled for me. You can enable it, and then when you will enable it, Riggify add-on will be enabled for your Blender. So now let's create a rig for our character. So for creating a rig, before that I will just hide this collection, we don't need it. And actually I want to place these lights also in that collection. And now we will create a rig. So for creating rig, we can just press Shift A, and then we will press mesh, armature, and then we can go to basic, and then we can create basic meta rig. So now you can see that we have created our basic meta rig, but it's very small, so I think we have created the human bigger than the main rig. So we can select our human and we can resize it if we want to do so, but we can also resize our rig as well. But one more problem is that you can see that we can't see our rig, the inside rig here. So for analyzing that rig, we can just go to this part, the rig part, and here on the on this section, which is viewport display, we can enable the in front section. So now wherever our rig will be, we will see our rig properly. So now we can select our rig, we can go to edit, we can select rig, and we can press S to scale it, and definitely we can press Z to move it like this, and here it is good, Z, I think, at this spot. And now we will just select one by one bones, and we will just move that bones to the right positions. So here you can see that in the side view it looks good, and the torso section is also nice, okay, and usually the things are absolutely normal, but we will just tweak a little bit. So here we will select this upper section, the upper thing, and we can move it a little bit like this, and it should be on the top of the head. And if we go to 3, I think it's in the correct position. Yeah, that's good. And then we can select this one and a little bit movement to the back, and this one as well, okay. And this will be the neck section, so I think we can just move to front, and we will keep these things simple like this, no problem. And then we have this section, so let's select this section, and also we will enable the symmetry, which is here on the top with this X. So we will click here, we can move it, and it will move to other side as well. So we'll just move it like this, and then we can move it here. We can rotate it as well, and we can move it a little bit, and we can select this section, move it here, this section, move it here, okay, like this, and this section a little bit inside. And also you can see from the side view, so we have to move this section here, and then this section, move it here, and a little bit like this, okay, like this. That's good. And then we will select this one, let's add it here, and maybe here as well, okay. So that's good. I think this other sections are fine, but from the side view, if we go to side view, you can see the legs area is a little bit, we can manipulate it, move it a little bit back, this one, and then for the foots, that's good. And I think it's okay. And now for this chest bone, definitely these bones are used for female characters, so we will select these bones, and we'll just delete these bones, sorry, these one. So that's good. And now everything is good, but I think we should move this section little bit back. Okay, that's good. Okay, if we select all the objects, A, and then shift A for the rig in the last, and then if we press Control P, we should have the option. Yeah, now we have the option. For some reason it was not before. So Control P, and then we will just click on with automatic weights. So now what will happen, it will rig our character completely, and that's nice. So now what will happen is that if we go to pose mode, and now if we select any section, you can see if we move it, you can see our character will also move. Yeah, you can see very nice movement. Okay, so in this way we can rig our character, and we can select this section, we can press G and then move. As you can see, we are moving this section as well. For some reason we'll just select this G, and yeah, this is also moving. Okay, and if you press R, we can rotate it. Okay, that's good. So now you can see our character is completely rigged. There is another step to create an advanced rig, but this rig is also fine for the Unity, and we will just move our character in next video for the Unity, and let's see how we'll just move it in Unity and how we'll animate our character. That's it for this video. In next video we'll move further.